So thank you very much, Paula. As I mentioned earlier, it really gives me great pleasure to introduce the two guests. And I'm going to start with Mr. Greg Davis first. I was going to present a 10-minute video. I was watching videos of his brother Victor, who he's going to talk more about, but he passed away in 1989 and donated his organs. But Victor was a champion. And I watched those videos for 2 hours that your dad sent me. And you know, it brought me to tears, it brought me to joy, it brought me, you know, there was so many emotions that were moved. And, you know, what Victor exemplified was how to become a champion. And in his words, he didn't settle for silver, he wanted the gold. And I wish I would have had that video to present here today, but what we're going to do is present it on Saturday for everyone to see. And the torch, we asked the Davis family, I asked your dad first, if it was okay if we dedicated the torch of life in memory of Victor. And your dad made sure that I mentioned this too. He said, as long as you mention all the other donor families and donors throughout the world as well. And we agreed to that. And I think it exemplifies, by doing this, by dedicating this torch of life for this new campaign to your brother's memory, it exemplifies everything we're trying to do. We're trying to win the gold here. And under his memory and under his determination, I couldn't think of a more appropriate person to dedicate it to. So that's my brief introduction in introducing you.
Thank you, George. I'm not entirely sure how to start. Not really used to public speaking. I'll do my best, though. We're really quite that George has decided to honor Vic in this way, and we've always been very proud of the fact that we did donate Victor's organs. It was a difficult decision at the time, but it's one that we have gladly lived with. When you're looking at someone who's very, very hurt and injured, and remembering them from all of their life being very active and very full of life, it's almost an obscene thing to see. And yet somebody suggested to us, this is a very bad thing, you can't change it, but maybe some good can come of it. And they suggested the organ donation, and we gladly accepted it. A short while later, it's not very common, but we found out that one of the recipients of some of Victor's organs was a man that was 51 years old. He got to see his grandchildren grow up and move on with their lives. He got to see over 6,000 sunsets. So, you know, how do we put that into words? You know, the fact that we helped contribute to someone's life to carry on so much longer, and like ripples in water, it affected his grandchildren's life, his children's life, and their children's life. So it's organ donation is nothing but a good thing from a bad situation when you think about it. So as I said, we're very proud to be involved in this, and thank you for allowing us to be involved in this.
Thank you, Greg. Thank you very much. And Officer Ojo, I'm scared to pronounce your last name.
Tuabadi.
Tuabadi. And I met Officer Ojo just a few weeks ago, or a month ago, it's about. And he's also played a very influential role.
For Toronto Police as well, in the area of Eglinton, Dufferin, Mali, Lawrence, Dufferin. disease called sickle cell. Now, I'm not an expert on sickle cell, so I can't tell you much about it other than the fact that I understand sickle cell is a group of genetic disorders caused by sickle hemoglobin. And it appears that the process of this disease actually damages the red blood cells membrane and can cause the cells to become stuck in blood vessels. And what happened then is that the victims of this disease can go into an episode at any time. But at the same time, like any of us, they need to live a normal life. And which means to go to summer camp, they have to have professionals there, doctors, nurses, social workers, and all kinds of things like that. Of course, that takes money. So the police is just doing the best they can to assist this Camp Jumoke, along with any other assistance from the government and private groups. So we organize the event every year to raise funds to assist Camp Jumoke. Last year was Sick Kids Hospital. This year is Camp Jumoke, and Doctors Without Borders. I presented their check to them yesterday, and you can come in and wanting to go into a pavilion, which is Jamaican or Scotland or Japan, and you'll be able to taste food from these individual countries by paying. I'm sure that my chief is always for that, to assist the community in any which way possible, to make sure that we understand the fact that the police are the community and the community are equally the police at the same time. Thanks.
Thank you very much, Officer Ocho. Well, that brings a conclusion to this press conference. If there's any questions, just to let you know, Officer Ojo has to leave in about 7 minutes. So if you wanted to interview him before he leaves. And I want to thank everybody for attending.